Welcome back again in Help for Code eLearning, guys. Why Python is called as a dynamically typed language? That is a very important question, okay? And I'll take this question here, so that's not a problem. I'll take the practical example, guys, and I'll tell you that why Python is called as a dynamically typed language. Because the first of all, the things that in Python there is no need to provide the data type externally or explicitly. How? Let me check. Okay. For example, I have to store the very simple thing like my name. So like I'm just writing in the string Prashant Jha. Okay. So this is just a basic, guys, and try to understand each and every question which I'm covering right now here. Okay. So name equal to Prashant, we have taken the string type of data, and similarly what I'll do exactly, like I'm going to take the mobile underscore number. In the mobile number I'm just going to store some random numbers, fine. If I'm taking some percentage, so percentage something, or the value of we can say the value of the pi. We calculate the area of circle, so we require the value of pi. So I'm just taking like 3.14. Here you can check. And similarly, if I have to store the uh, boolean value, true or false. Okay, so I'm taking another variable like of pass, or we just uh, result equal to, I'm just going to write down the true. Okay, so this is what true and false boolean value. Similarly, we can take the complex data type also, but it is enough, and we can check using the type function, because print function is responsible to display your output. Similarly, the type function is used to return the data type of your variable, guys. Okay, type function will return the data type of your class, of your variable. Okay, means your particular variable is containing some value, so that value is belongs to which class. Okay, because here you can see the same thing. I'm going to use here like name. This is my first variable, and let me do the copy paste. That is a very, fantastic job. Copy paste. So mobile number, then another variable is my pi. And you can do the meanwhile, you guys can do the code also, guys. Okay, meanwhile you can also try this code. Result variable, that's fine. Okay, so name, mobile number, pi, result. Name, mobile number, pi, and result. Okay, this is what I have the variable, and using the type function I'm going to return the data type, okay, of this variable. So let me run this. Control F5, check the terminal. Mhm. Why it is taking a lot of time. Yes. So you can see here the class is a string. First of all, we have taken the string value. In Python, we don't have the character data type, so it doesn't matter whether you provide your string in double quotes or single quote, because ultimately it is going to belong to your string class. Okay, so that's why you can see here, we are storing this string in the name variable, and when I'm checking the output, okay, when I'm checking the output of the name, so type function used to return the class string. Then mobile number is containing the integer value, so it return the integer class. Then pi is containing the 3.14 value, that is a floating point value. So when I check the data type, it return the data type of float class. Okay, and result is basically holding the boolean value true. So uh, it return the boolean class. Means you can see here that in this particular example there is no need to provide the data type externally, like as we provide in the C and C++ programming. We first, before using the variable, we must have to declare the variable data type. We declare the variable along with the data type, like integer, float, double, whatever. Okay, but here there is no need to that. It is not your responsibility. It is the basically the responsibility of a Python interpreter. Okay, because at runtime environment, your Python interpreter will check the value, which type of value you are storing in the variable. If you're storing the string value, if you're storing the floating point value, and if you're storing a boolean value. So based on the type of the value, automatically your interpreter will take the decision which type of class it has to assign. So if you are providing a boolean value, automatically it will assign the boolean class. If you are providing the integer value, automatically it will assign the integer class. And that is the fantastic job, what I want to say exactly. Okay, that's why Python is called as a dynamically typed language. And this is the beauty, because you don't have to worry about that which data type you have to take. Most of the time, what happen exactly when you start the C programming, I have seen, because a lot of trainings I have given, okay, a lot of trainings. So what I have seen that most of the students, they are confused. They confused when they start the C programming, C++ programming. Mostly they are confused that which data type they have to use for the particular type of value. So here, this particular problem is already overcome by the Python. Okay, so you have to just provide the value, and based on the value, your internally it is going to be decided. And that's why this is the main reason. This is the main answer why Python is called as a dynamically type language. So I hope you guys have understood this particular lecture very well. So we'll see you in the next lecture.